more things you put under one roof, the more at risk you are, I think. Prime example of that. When you go to like an all-in-one digital marketing agency where the same agency is doing your search engine optimization and your pay-per-click and your Google LSA and all of those things, you're in a prime position to be taken advantage of because they can rob money from one area and hide it under another, and they're taking money from you.
Yeah.
And you're really, that relationship is more about growing their business than it is yours.
Yeah.
At that point, right?
Well, we're probably going to have an episode about that here again.
Yeah, one of our TradeWinds members just went through what I went through about a year ago.
Yep.
And had to fire their all-in-one digital marketing agency. And CRMs can be that way as well. Like all of them, yes, they do offer credit card processing. It just makes sense. It makes it more streamlined and everything else. However, you go take like a House Call Pro, for example. They offer a CRM. They offer a phone answering service. They offer credit card processing. They also offer business coaching.
Yep.
You put all your eggs into that one basket, and now who's at fault if something's not working right?
Well, you're just wasting dollars.
A lot of dollars.
Like you were saying just a minute ago, they can hide this money here, this money here, this money here, and explain away things that are actually happening.
Yeah.
We actually had a TradeWinds group call about this, a couple of months ago, but it was just about exactly what you're saying. You need to break that stuff up. Mm-hmm. If you're going to hire a company for SEO, only have them do your SEO. If you're going to hire a company for LSA, have them only do your LSA.
Yeah.
If you're going to use House Call Pro, use House Call Pro. It's a good service. Don't let them do your credit card processing. Do it out. Service Fusion.
Don't let them answer your phones.
Yeah. Doesn't Service Fusion allow you to use credit cards through them?
Yeah.
Don't they have one?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it costs too much money.
Yeah, it's 3.5%.
Yeah.
And typically,
do it outside of your CRM. Like it doesn't, not to cut you off also.
No, you're good.
Like
cut you off.
It just makes sense. When you only use a company for one thing, it allows you to really look at what's happening and hold them accountable for the one thing that they're doing.
Yeah.
Is it more office work? Yes. Is it more mental work? Yes. But it allows you to track those dollars and cents more closely than if it's all under one umbrella.
Well, it's no different than hiring. Like, I wouldn't expect my plumbers to be able to answer the phone and do the marketing and run the plumbing calls and run the schedule and do the bookkeeping and all of that. Like, I hire a plumber to be a plumber.
Yeah. They're how do I want to say this? Their focus is split.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense. It doesn't work.
And the moment everything is important, then nothing is important, right?
Yeah.
And so when you go to an all-in-one agency,
that's a good way to say it.
They try to say, "Oh, we're good at everything." No, you're not.
Yeah.
And you're really just diluting what you're really good at.
Well, and that's a good point you bring up. Like an SEO company that's very good at SEO and then becomes successful, they're like, "We're going to bring this on. We're going to bring this on. We're going to bring this on."
Right.
And you know that like they're diluting, like what you just said, what they're actually good at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So whatever, like this is, dude, I don't want to say this is a rule of thumb way to think about it, but it is. Whatever the company you're using is, whatever they started with, whatever their bread and butter is, that's what you should be paying them to do because that's what they're best at.
Yeah.
Like don't be taking their add-ons. Like go to another company that is better at credit card processing or, and I don't want to beat the horse to death, or better at marketing or whatever it is. Like that company's bread and butter is what you should be paying them for, not all their extras.
Well, and it's a huge line of respect to get from a company whenever they draw the line themselves. And a prime example of that is I had somebody reach out to me in a private message and ask who I'm using for SEO. And so I told him. And I made the introduction. I'm like, he's awesome. He does great for me. Well, they're in a different line of work. They're not a plumber.
Oh, okay.
And so my SEO guy, first of all, appreciated me for the SEO stuff, for the connection.
Of course, whether it works out or not.
But then he reaches back out like a week and a half later, and he's like, hey, I just going to let you know, I took that guy and I actually referred him to somebody else because I'm really good at plumbing SEO. But he doesn't do plumbing, and so I'm going to refer him to somebody else that does really good with what he's doing.
That's great.
And I'm like, that's huge. Like, that's a great sign of respect.
Well, it's not just a great sign of respect that you know immediately that guy's upstanding.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it allows you to trust them more also.
100%.
You know?
Well, I mean, like for me, the videography work that I do on the side, I'm the guy you go to when you need someone who could come in and be fast, efficient, one camera operator, get everything done in a couple of days. I'm not the guy you call, with a 10-man crew and we got to rent out stuff or go to the rental house.
Yeah.
So I kind of...
You're wasting their time at that point.
Yeah, so I kind of fill that sort of void where they want someone to come out and do a professional video, but they don't want to have a whole production company come out with like rental vans and rental, camera packages and stuff. And so I kind of tailor what we do on that.
Everyone has their niche market, right?
Yeah. And so, that's sort of the market I'm able to get in, sort of like that kind of sub 1,000, around 1,000 kind of market to where I'm not charging 10,000.
Yeah. If I was going to so for Austin, like if I was going to have headshots or some topless photo shot, I would call Austin.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Taking photos like this.
Like if I was going to do that, I would call Austin. I wouldn't call Austin to shoot a music video for me if I was going to put a band together.
Right.
Because you got to have 3-4 cameras. You got to have some audio experience. You know what I mean? So he knows his wheelhouse, right?
Yeah.
We all have our wheelhouses.
Right. It's the same reason I don't do new construction plumbing.
Yeah.
Well, for one, it doesn't pay well.
Well, first off, that is your wheelhouse. If you wanted to do it.
Oh, I'd totally kill it in there. It's just no money in it.
It's your wheelhouse, but it's not like that's not where you would like. For you, it would be like if someone was like, "Hey, Mitch, I need you to do HVAC service."
That's what
like,
that's what they call
that.
That's what they call the entrepreneurial seizure. It's
Yes.
like, oh, I'm really good at running a plumbing company. You want me to do HVAC? Cool. I guess this is my sign to start an HVAC company.
Yeah, and then you go
it's
to
like, no.
You either hire, even if you were to go, like, say you came to me and said, Dave, I want to start an HVAC branch. I'm going to hire you to run it. I'm going to do this, and we're going to do it. Like, we could do it, but that's not your wheelhouse.
Right.
Like, the uphill struggle it would take to get that done.
Yeah.
Like, you'd be spending $200K. Like, to get it.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what you want to do.
Because you build your business and for plumbing, your inventory, and for me, the camera stuff around how you work and efficient your time. Because I prep editing a certain way because of the clients that I choose to take on.
Yeah, and the photos and videos that you take.
Yeah, we actually split it up. Like she does the
photography
setup in your
editing,
and I do the video. So anyone that comes in that's like, "Hey, we need photos," I said, text Caitlin. She'll get you set up. She'll take care of all the scheduling and that. We divide it that way because when it comes to photography, I have no motivation or drive. I don't find it unless it's like film photography. I just don't enjoy
kicking away
it.
work. He's kicking away photography.
Well,
right?
I do it so I can focus on videos.
You gotta take that work, man.
Well,
that's still in your wheelhouse.
We all have our specialties. Is the big thing, and so don't branch out of your specialty, and don't use a business to branch out of their specialty.
Yeah.
Like House Call Pro, they're a great CRM, sure. Are they great at credit card processing? Well, they are because they make money hand over fist.
Yeah.
Is it great for you? No.
No.
Is it growing their business or is it growing yours? It's growing theirs, right?
Yeah.
And so the CRM can grow your business, right? Because you can learn how to use the CRM, you can maximize that data, you can remarket to your customers and all of that stuff. And that's not House Call Pro, that's any CRM. That's Field Pulse, that's any of them, right?
Yeah.
But don't use your CRM for business coaching. Don't use your CRM for credit card processing if you can avoid it. Don't use your CRM to answer your phones. Like, don't use your CRM for bookkeeping. I mean, House Call Pro has numerous issues. Like, we hear it all the time in trade wins.
Oh my God, it's freaking brutal.
House Call Pro does not connect well to QuickBooks Online. And there are guys that have like double entered revenue and all of this stuff. And it's, I saw a post in the House Call Pro Facebook group today talking about 807 errors, bookkeeping errors from Q1 alone. And they have to go through and manually correct all of these errors. And it's a bad connection between House Call Pro and QuickBooks.
I don't want to get off on a whole thing here, but it is. I hate the online. Tradewinds uses online QuickBooks. I hate it. Because I like having standalone software because I don't like when people are changing and messing my stuff around. But they do not. You're right.
David wants to get an Atlas or Abacus. What's the Abacus?
Nice. Yeah, I knew you'd find it. I knew where you got. And you can still buy their standalone software where they don't upgrade it. And I don't know how that works with House Call Pro or doesn't. But
well, the thing with you have to have the online version so that it connects to your bank accounts and so that it connects to your CRM and all the things are talking to each other.
I know. But But if it's not working, like House Call Pro isn't working right now with QuickBooks Online.
Yeah.
QuickBooks Online, it's like you've got to do something. Like, what are you going to do? You're going to switch CRMs?
Yeah.
You're not switching CRMs right now.
I would if it wasn't connected to my QuickBooks. Hell yeah, I would.
But that makes my point and doesn't make my point all at the same time.
Like literally the whole reason you have a CRM is to make your life easier. And the moment there's 807 errors from Q1, your life is no longer easier.
I know. And this isn't a field pulse thing, but hey guys, if it's not working,
I'm just saying, yeah.
Like switch to field pulse. I mean,
every time I talk to Field Pulse, they talk about the House Call Pro users coming over in droves because they're tired of all the problems.